Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again. We're going to do something a little different today. I have yet to steal another idea from Rick over at Rick and Records, where he drug his wife into the whole foray and decided to ask her some questions about vinyl community stuff. So I thought this was the ideal time because after 37 years of marriage, my wife is leaving me.
Not permanently.
Yeah, anyway, no. So in about a week's time, she has a job she has to go do, and it's going to take her away from home for 13 weeks. So, yeah, it's going to be lonely. But anyway, so I thought, hey, let's do this because he just did it the other day. And I thought, what cool timing, because if he'd have done this next week, I probably could not do it. So real simple. We're not going to be showing any records. We're going to be asking questions. And this is just to get her idea, her take on various topics. So let's get right into this. It's not really a long one, even though there are 10 questions. So this is my wife, Veronica. She's been here before. You all have seen her before. She's helped me usually show things. So this ought to be a little fun. So first question is based on things that I have said over the years. This has been in the VC for 5 years myself. What is your impression of the VC, of the vinyl community? The people, the place, what we do here?
I guess it's a cool place for people who like to have records and you can get to know other people and have a community and trade records or learn about different records or learn about music you might not have ever heard about before. So it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first joined the VC, one of the early videos I saw, people were grumbling about the hate in the VC, and I have yet to really experience that. So anyway, yeah. All right, cool. So, number 2, if I were to collect something other than records, what would you think you would like me to collect?
Can I say everything?
No, what would you like me to collect? Not what would I collect?
Let's see, we have books that we collect, and we have CDs, and we have comic books, and sometimes we collected coins a little bit.
So I guess you could say I'm a collector.
Yes,
borderline.
Say hi.
Borderline hoarder. Dog has to be here when mommy and daddy are sitting here. So this is our family chair, and the dog's always here. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I have a tendency probably to collect too much stuff now. Some people would say it's better. Well, Rick's wife was like anything that doesn't overflow into other parts of the house. So because the records grow. All right, number 3. What is and this, I know she's going to have a limited memory on this, but what would you say is the best concert we've ever been to together?
Well, since I love Chicago, I would have to say the Chicago concert.
And that was only a couple years ago. What's some of the earliest concerts you remember us going to together?
Well, we went to Wasp and Iron Maiden. That was my first concert.
She remembers. Hey. We went to Rat, Bon Jovi opening for Rat, or it was the other way around, Rat opening for Bon Jovi.
Let's see, so
I don't think we did
REO Speedwagon.
I don't think we've done much beyond those
you
early 80s
dragged me
stuff.
to some
what's
concert? I can't remember.
Who did we go see together about 4 years ago at the amphitheater? You said, yeah, I guess I'll go see him.
Was it?
The Big Show. One of my favorite bands.
Was it Kiss?
Yeah.
Okay.
She went and saw Kiss for the first time back in 2018
I
and
dragged
19.
him to a bunch of jazz concerts.
We did a jazz concert, which I don't mind because you're often seeing I show jazz records on here. But anyway, yeah, so we're all over the place. But anyway, okay, moving on. Number 4, do you think I have too many records?
I don't know. I mean, if it's something that people collect and listen to, and there's so much music out there, I'm okay with it.
Interesting, and this kind of came up on, even Rick's wife made this comment, but the other day you made a comment about how my bookshelves have become record shelves.
Yeah,
I still have all the books. They've been moved from other rooms, but I used to have just books. But what was the comment you made about the difference between records versus books?
Oh, well, because he listens. He's probably I'm pretty sure listened at least every album in here once, whereas the books we probably have read maybe 10% of the hundreds of books over there. So.
And the thing with that was I used to run a bookstore, a mail order bookstore, so I accumulated a lot. I would buy a copy for me and copies to sell. So there are a lot of books I've never had a chance to read. Yeah. I figured one day I'll retire and read all these books, but yeah.
At least you use the records.
At least the records are more Used, yeah. All right, number 5. How many of these records would you say are more yours?
Maybe 10% or less. I don't know.
I would say 10% would be a stretch. Maybe 10 or 15. I mean, no, well, yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, I like a lot
Things that
of
she
them.
would like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
there have been quite a few that
maybe
she's
more
like.
I would like, but
There's been quite a few. She's like, you got to buy this, you got to buy this, and it's not stuff that I was opposed to buying, but it's stuff that she bought intentionally for herself. Things like.
I like the Muse album I made him buy.
Yeah.
It's like a blast in the house while I'm cleaning.
The most recent Muse record, yeah.
But yeah, we got some smooth jazz in here.
Smooth
and,
jazz. There's
Christian stuff. And
there's Hall and Oates.
Leviticus is
There's
my favorite.
Leviticus. Yeah, that's one. Some of her metal side. Some of the pop side. The Duran Duran.
the 80s stuff.
80s stuff. Yeah. She made me buy the Asia album. I remember she's like, oh, you got to buy this. Oh, you got to buy that. Jay Giles. Yeah, we got 80s stuff. Anyway, or as Rick would say, actually, all of these records are yours too. Because, the whole marriage thing. Anyway, so number 6. Do you ever talk to anybody else about records or your weird husband's record collecting or anything vinyl related to other people?
You see, I'm an ultrasound tech, and I have a lot of patients, and sometimes a patient I listen to smooth jazz in my room while I'm doing my patients, so sometimes music does come up, or somebody will be like, oh, I play guitar, or I like this or I like that, so then I bring up, oh, my husband does a vinyl blog, oh, my husband's in a band. My husband's got all kinds of records, so.
And it's not derogatory. She doesn't say, my husband's crazy and buys all these records.
But,
like
so it's just a good conversational piece when I'm doing a test on somebody or in a room with them for an hour and you talk about stuff.
Music, it brings us together. All right, number 7. What was your favorite record as a child, or as a kid, or as a teen? Because she had records. She did when we met. She had records. Wow. But what was some of your favorite records as a kid?
I loved Hall and Oates. I don't know. I had a lot. I had the Cars, and I had Hall and Oates, and what else did I have? Oh, the Police. I had.
You had Queen.
Oh, Queen. I love Queen.
She had
Michael Jackson, who didn't have the Thriller.
Who didn't have the Thriller? So.
But just a lot of 80s music. I was never a metalhead. Like, I don't think I ever heard Kiss until I met you, so.
A lot of people were like that. And she's from New York, and she never heard Kiss.
Okay, whatever.
Who are from
I don't
New
know.
York. Oh my gosh, you were like an hour from where it all started.
Or Twisted Sister. I don't know them either.
They were literally from further up the island.
Yeah, they used to play in the Hamptons, apparently.
Yeah.
Probably 20 minutes from where I live.
Actually, when we lived there, when we moved back to her hometown, this was in the 90s, so Twisted Sister was done, but Dee Snider still saw him out there on our end of the island with his SMF band. So anyway. All right. Moving on. Number 8. What's the minimum you think I should sell the entire record collection for if somebody would offer me?
I would count them and charge at least $5 for each one. So I don't know how many you have.
So you're not going to just start a figure of how much you'd like to see me get rid of all these records for?
I don't think you should get rid of all your records.
Rick's wife was like, 10,000, just take it.
There he goes.
He's like, that's like $3 a record.
I don't know how many you have, but.
Care to guess? No, I don't want her to guess. Well, I would say, and I wasn't even sure about this, but I looked at Discogs. Of course, everything I have is on Discogs. It catalogs everything. It's a nice database. Records, it's got everything. Records, CDs, everything. So it's really, it's like, and DVDs, and it's everything. But it gives you a low range and a high, and a low, middle, and high range of what they say your collection could be sold for, because based on, this is sold for as low as, but it's also sold for as high as. And if you just look at that, and we're talking 6,000 pieces, because it's, like I said, it's everything from records to CDs to cassettes to DVDs, just everything. It says my collection would sell anywhere from a low ball of $51,000 to upwards of $140,000.
I could buy a house with that.
We could buy a house. Well, not in today's market, but you could
Well,
come
live out in
close.
the country, you could.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's crazy. All right, number 9. Which band do you think I have the most records of?
I'd have to say Kiss.
All right, so she actually nailed that. I even had to stop and think because it was, to me, it was a toss up between Dream Theater and Kiss. But when it comes down to just records, which I just showed all of my Kiss records, I have around 44 Kiss records on vinyl. Now, only 26 of Dream Theater on vinyl. But when you go and look at CDs, I probably got about 60 Dream Theater CDs because I was a member of the fan club, plus I had a bunch of the bootleggy stuff that they released themselves. And Kiss, I only probably got 40 or less, probably less than 50 CDs. But anyway, so yeah, I had to do a count myself because it was really close. So, but yeah, she's right. Kiss definitely with 44 on vinyl at least on that. All right, and then number 10, who is my favorite band and what do you think of them?
Well, I have to go with Kiss again. Although you do like Neil Morse.
I figured she would say that. I thought she might say that when it came to how many I got. But the thing is, with Neil Morse, I don't have as many records, but I do. I didn't count them, but I have because I've been a fan club member of his since 2003, and he releases something every 2 months. So if you counted all of those little fan club releases, that would put quite a huge collection there. But when it comes to just legitimate CDs and vinyl, yeah, he's not anywhere near the Kiss or Dream Theater range. But yeah, so there you go. But yeah, if from just pure volume alone, you would have to say Kiss, I guess, and that's what you've known me the most for. But yeah, for the past like 20 years, it's mainly been Neil Morse. So anyway, see, she kind of knows me after all these years, a little bit there. So fun stuff. She's like, just get me out of here. All right, we'll drop it at this one. Anyway, so thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of fun. Thanks for joining me. She's leaving me soon.
I'm not permanently.
It's going to be quiet
I
around
need
here.
a job, okay?
All right, see y'all later. Thanks a lot for watching. Rock on and rock hard.